Hey everybody, welcome back to Craps University. Today I'm going to dive into the most critical part of craps betting right here. These are called box numbers, and we're going to talk about place bets and buy bets. Usually you bet on these numbers once a point is set, so you know what numbers are already taken. We'll walk through some live rolls and we'll get the hang of this. Box numbers are 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. If you remember the episode about the dice, we know that there's 5 ways to roll the 6 and 8. 4 ways to roll the 5 and 9, and 3 ways to roll the 4 and 10. Starting with the middle, this is probably your best numbers to bet on. The payouts are not as good as the 5 and 9, but we know due to the frequency, we're going to see this more often. As we go out, we know that the 4 and 10, yes, you can place those. Do you want to? Probably not. You probably want to buy it. And that buying it, you have to pay a commission, a 5% commission. A $25 bet would then cost $26. $25 for the bet and $1 for the vig. And that actually is a better payout than a place bet on the 4 and 10. When you're placing a bet, we want to make sure that we are very clear to the dealer. So let's say we roll a 9. What you'll do is you'll say, you'll put your money here in the column, and you'll say, place the 6 and 8 for 60. And the dealer automatically knows to put it $60 here. Why 60? These two numbers, the payouts are easy to calculate, and you get full payouts when you have multiples of 6. These pay 7 for every 6. I've got 30 here, so I already know that if a 6 hits, I'm going to get paid 35. So you paid for the bet plus 5. Okay? Let's say we move it to the 5, and let's just talk about the 5 right now. Here, the 5, $25, we're still going to get paid 25. So this, we get paid 7 for every 5. So it's pretty easy math. 7 times 5 is 35. That's what you get paid out. When we get to the 4 and 10, this is interesting. So when you buy, and let's say you throw in your vig, so they'll put it right there. They'll put a lammer on top of it to make sure it's a buy bet. If a 4 hits, wow, $50. Okay? What happens then if you take that money, you still have to pay that vig again? So you throw them $1 and we're good. As I said, when you use the pass line with odds and 6 and 8, that is a pretty solid strategy to start off with. We talked about the buy bets. You could buy the 5 and 9, but it's not worth it. Also, on the 4 and 10, if you're under $25, say you're at a $10 table and you have a $10 bet, it's better to place it. That's just, you're still going to pay a $1 vig on a $10 bet. It's not worth it. Wait until you get up to the $25 range before you switch to a buy. And you can do that. 5 and 9, you'll never be able to get better odds than a place, or better payouts than a place. 6 and 8, of course, it just goes downhill from there. So how does the dealer know what you want? You have to be very clear to the dealer. You're only right across the table or right here to the end of the table. And let's say you want, and you don't even have to have the correct change. You throw it here, make sure the dealer's kind of listening to you, and you say, buy the 4 and 10 for 50, 25 each. So they know automatically that this 5 is going to return 3 to you because you paid the vig, that's your change. Now, good, you got some $1 chips to play other vigs. If this was the hit, a 4, and you wanted to leave it there, you'd have to pay that vig again. And then you just kind of rack that up from there. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So why don't we do this? Why don't we do some live rolls and check out how everything works? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take $500. I'm going to rack that up. We'll do 5 rolls. After 5 rolls, we'll see where we're at. This is a $25 table. So let's go. Put our pass line bet down because we're shooting the dice. And for me, for some reason, I always like picking dice that show a 9. We're going to be off on the come out. Come out is 7. 7. Winner 7. So what they'll do is they'll pay you, take that, rack it up again. 4. Easy 4. All right. So we know from some episodes earlier that this is not as easy as a 5, which is not as easy as a 6. So we're going to still take full odds. This is a 3, a 4, 5 times table. We're going to put 3 times odds. And we are going to place the 6 and 8. All right. 4 to win. 12. Craps 12. All right. Nothing. 6. Easy 6. Good. Look at that. All right. We know we've got the 6 paid off. There's our 35. Let's rack that up. Roll again. 8. Easy 8. All right. There we go. We have now gotten those 2 bets paid off. We're still looking for a 4 though. Three. Craps 3. Eight again. All right. Now we have some decisions to make. We could have made decisions instead of just taking the payout. But what do? We could do a lot of things here. So what I like to do, and I like 9, I'm going to say place the 9 for 25. And you take your $10, rack that up. So now instead of 2 numbers, we've got the third one, which is basically paid for. 8. Easy 8. All right. I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to place the 5. So look at this. First number, now we have all these. These 4 numbers are called inside numbers. They're inside of the 4 and 10. Let's not worry about these. We already have money here on the pass line and odds for the 4. We don't need that. So let's just continue on and see what we end up with. Two craps 2. No pain. That only matters on the come out roll. 5. Easy 5. Well, everything's easy on 5. All right. What did I say earlier? 25 will pay 30. What do? Well, let's take that 10, and you can tell the dealer, press it by 25, and the dealer will stack it up. Now we have a $50 bet out here, and this bet has been paid for. It didn't come out of our initial bankroll. 7 out. Well, that's too bad. That's not a good example. So we lose that. We lose all this. But that's okay. That was not a bad roll. We racked some money up. We spread out to other numbers. Well, it's good. Let's do one more roll to see how we do. All right, coming out. 9. Center field 9. Center field, because there it is, right there. All right. So we know we moved on to the 9. We know that we can go 4 times the odds. Boom. There we go, $100. And we're going to start with the 6 and 8 again, just like the other roll. All right. 7 out. Well, that's terrible because we just put money out. I hate when this happens, but it happens. That's the game of craps. I've seen it happen on the first roll after we put all the bets out, but I've seen it where we put all the bets out and then somebody rolls for 45 minutes. So you just don't know. All right. So our bankroll's looking kind of low. Let's do it one more time. Let's see if we can make some money here. All right. Coming out. 7. Winner 7. All right. Pay. Let's rack it. All right, here we go. 10. Easy 10. 6-4. All right, so 3 times odds. Let's lay it down. And then let's place that 6 and 8. All right, here we go. Looking for a 10. 4. Easy 4. Nothing's happening. All right. 10. Winner 10. All right. So, number goes off. The dealer then pays 1-to-1 on the pass line. And on the odds, we get 2-to-1 on the odds. So really, that was pretty good. And we'll take all that, rack it up. So we're still rolling, but we're back to the come out roll. All right, come out roll. All right, here we go, coming out. 5. No field, 5. Stickman says that 5 is not in the field. All right, so we're on here. Same thing as the 9. 4 times odds. That's $100. We got our money out already. We're ready to go. All right. 6. Easy 6. All right. So easy 6, we know, pays 35. Pay for that bet. Rack that up. Roll. 9. Nothing's happening. We don't have anything on the 9. We're still good. All right, 7. 7 out. All right. Well, that's too bad. But let's pull this. And what do we have here? All right, bankroll's hurting. We had 500 to start. Looks like we got 305. So we lost 195 bucks, but that's craps. It's a game of up and downs. We had some wise bets out there. We had full odds. It just wasn't in our cards tonight. All right, so let's pull all this back. Turn that off. All right. Just a little summary here. Place bets are great for all the box numbers, especially 6 and 8. But when it comes to 4 and 10, please buy those. They'll let you place them, but it's better for you to buy these and pay that 5% commission. Also know that if you're on a $10 table or a $15 table, I see $15 tables from time to time at the casino I go to. Don't buy a $15 bet on the 4 and 10. Wait until that hits 25 and then buy it. It's better in your the amount that you'll get paid out. Also, as a player, you can trust the casino all day long and the dealers, but there are times they're human. They make mistakes. So we want to make sure that you get paid out properly. Know the payouts. It's fairly easy. You know, you can look them up. You can comment to me. I can give you payouts. But remember, for every 6 that you have, you get paid out 7 on the 6 and 8. For every 5, you get paid out 7 on the 5 and 9. And when you buy the 4 and 10, you get paid out 2 for every 1. So if you had a $25 chip, you would then get 50. That's a good one. I've seen people hit 10. Just recently, I saw somebody roll a 10 literally 5 times in a row. Unfortunately, I didn't have any money on the 10, but that would have been super nice to press that up and win a lot of money. Thanks, kids, for watching Craps University. The next episode will really focus on pressing and managing hot rolls. I don't know if we'll be able to manage a hot roll here on this table because, as we saw tonight, we had three shooters, and only the middle one did okay. Thanks, everybody.